What's going on? Welcome to the Beer Odyssey. I'm Gary from Lost Horse Brewing. Today I have a really special guest. I'm joined with Joe from Poison Apple Cider Company.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks for coming on the show, man. So tell us, what's Poison Apple Cider Company?
Well, Poison Apple Cider Company is a local company here in Connecticut. We live in Meriden, of course.
All right.
Location unknown as of yet, but we're getting there. We're planning on opening this spring / summer.
All right.
And we are trying to use the most natural ingredients from local sources if possible to create a really unique product that is a lot less sweet than some of the typical American ciders.
Nice.
And just to get a good quality product out to the masses.
All right, awesome. So you're in the planning phases, correct?
Yeah.
And you plan on opening soon. We won't say a date. It's just with everything going on, and it's just going to be soon. So so you're going to be coming into the Connecticut cider scene with your own recipe.
Yep.
Now, what sets it apart from the other ones? You know, could you just tell us what you're doing?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, I think so. There's a few things that set cider apart. A lot of people think cider is simply just because you can go on YouTube and watch, pour a bunch of Mott's apple juice in there, add some yeast, come back in a couple months and drink it.
Doesn't sound too good to me. Huh?
No, it's not. I've tried it just to see. But using the right apples, using the right yeast, using the right blending methods, the right fermentation times, racking, bright tanks, everything, it all makes a huge difference in how the end product comes out.
All right, awesome. So you want to go over start to finish really quick for everybody.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, what you're doing on, like, I call it a brew day, so we'll call it a cider day.
Sure. Yeah.
And from when I made it, a 5-gallon batch, I simmered it. It's a little bit different than beer, right?
Way different. Yeah.
Oh, man. So you put the apples in like a bin and step on them like grapes with your feet?
No. No, not at all. Actually, it's really cool. So a lot of it is done at the orchard.
All
so
right.
You go through a sorting process. You find the right apples. Can't have bruises. Can't have worms. That kind of stuff. And it goes through a mill, and the milling process takes off all the leaves and stems and other debris that might be on there, dirt from falling during the picking process. And then you take those, you put them into a mill. It goes up a conveyor belt, goes into a mill, and it turns it into a pulp. That pulp is then loaded into a press. Like you might see one of those old school cider presses from back in the day where you crank it down and it extracts the juice.
Awesome.
Same process is used. Sometimes a little bit more modern equipment. We use some old farmhouse equipment from a century ago.
But that's what makes it so interesting, man. It's like, it's just, I love homegrown. I love local companies. I love the old equipment that you're using for it. After you have your slurry, or like, your mashed up apples, what do you do next? You boil it?
No, there's actually no boiling required.
No?
Nope. So I hope you're not going to get into cider after I say this, because it cuts out half of your process. So now it's not. But no. So you simply just press out the apple pulp, and it presses all the cider out, and then the pulp just remains sort of a dry, it almost looks like a cardboard at the end, and you can give that to farmers to feed their pigs and cows and whatnot, so it's all biodegradable, obviously. And then you just simply take that cider, it's ready to go. So, of course, it's instead of making a wort, for example, where you're extracting all those sugars out of the grains, the sugars already exist in the apple cider. So there is no need for any kind of a boil or anything. Once you press it, it's ready to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what do you do? Pitch your yeast in there?
You pitch your yeast. Well, you can do it a couple different ways. If you want to get rid of all your wild yeast, you can do one of two things. You can add sulfites to it, and you're going to want to let that gas out for about 24 to 48 hours just to make sure you get all the sulfite smells out of there. And make sure that it's not going to kill the yeast you're about to pitch into it.
All right.
But once that sulfite is gone out of your actual cider products, you can go ahead and pitch your yeast. We usually do it with a starter, as opposed to pitching a dry yeast. Make a little starter, throw it in, and set it in whatever container you want. If it's a 1-gallon carboy, a 5-gallon, or a fermenter.
Awesome. I love it. And then you are going to nice enough to share a recipe with everybody on a homebrew scale, right?
Yeah.
We don't have these orchards here in our backyards, right? Well, actually, I'll just toss it up right there on the screen right now for you. So we hope you enjoy it, and of course, let us know how this is going to come out. I want to try it too, so I'll be right there with you trying it. So anyway, I really want to try your cider.
Yeah.
I've had it once before,
Yeah.
off a tap, and I gotta say it was really good.
Yeah. This is off the same tap today. It's our third barrel off that same batch. So, and I brought a nice 32-ounce swing top for us to sample some right now.
This should have a pretty low carbonation to it. I'll have some, but not a lot.
Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm ready to try it. Ready?
Yeah, oh yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, cheers.
I gotta say, you know, as a big beer drinker, not much of a cider drinker, what I like about this, I told you this before, is it goes down so smooth.
Yeah.
Everything is all local, you said, right down the street from, we're in Meriden, Connecticut.
Yep, everything here, the apples were grown, harvested, mashed, pressed, and then fermented right here in the same city. So literally the plants that grew this cider that you're drinking right now were born and raised just minutes from here.
But why is this so good?
Well, a couple different reasons. I think using the right product is first and foremost. You have to use a quality product.
Yeah, definitely.
Apples are, you know, the same thing as a good or a bad hop, for example.
Okay.
If you get a bad hop or a really crappy crop of hops, you're going to be able to tell. It's not going to come through. You're not going to get that strength.
Makes sense. Do you have any other different cider besides this one? Is there any different kinds you make?
Yeah, we have a few different varieties. We're working on some barrel-aged ciders, some rum barrel-aged ciders. We're working on some nice blueberry ciders with some fresh blueberries. My cousin and I, by the way, own the company, my cousin Jay. And he has property up in Maine that he has blueberries growing on, so we're actually going to use some of those homegrown blueberries from his property in our ciders. Wow. So blueberry, raspberry, we have a lot of different really cool ones coming up.
I gotta say, I'm very intrigued about the barrel-aged cider. I wonder how that's going to taste.
It should taste awesome.
Where can people find more information about you? Like, when is this coming out? When are you going to be serving this in your tap room?
Sure.
Is there a place they can go besides here to see what's going on?
Yeah, you can go to poisoncidr.com, and you can also visit our Instagram. I don't even know what the hell it is, but I think it's Poison Apple Cider.
All you gotta do is pop it in the search bar.
Yeah, just go to Instagram and search it. Come on, you know what to do. What the hell, you're on YouTube,
yeah,
so you got this far.
Exactly. I'm so excited for you, and I can't wait to have you guys back on when you're open. And anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Be sure to check out Poison Apple Cider Company's recipe in the comments, as also you saw it up there.
Yep.
But I'm Gary from Lost Taurus Brewing, and this is Joe, Poison Apple Cider Company, and cheers.
Cheers,
and
guys.
may the cider be with you always.
Always.